So, Victor Wembanyama is on a whole nother level. Right now, the Spurs are 4-0 to start off the NBA season, and with Wemby entering into his third year, he's doing things that are truly ridiculous. When he's out on the break, the defense can't ever lose track of him, because even if he ends up just a stride ahead of you, it's a done deal. It's crazy that at his larger size, he can be so agile, as here when Herb Jones puts on the moves to try and break free, it seems like at this point, you're gonna get away with a layup due to Wemby having his back turned. But that's the thing, if he's anywhere near you when you're by the rim, it's a good chance it'll be sent back. Averaging 4.8 blocks across 4 games this season is great to see, but what elevates his game even higher is that not only will he block you on one end, he'll come back down on the other using his handle to mix you up, and then throw in that teriyaki step back for straight cash. Yeah, trust me, your eyes aren't deceiving you. When you see someone who looks like he's out of Space Jam doing these things in real life, it'll leave you stunned. At the base of his game, Wemby is someone you can throw the ball up to when you pretty much want an easy bucket. You'll have these times where he has a defender in front of him and one on the backside watching, and to most guards in the league, they would be a little hesitant to throw this pass over the top due to a steal on the backside. But I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm gonna say. When you have Wembanyama on your team, you can just throw it up higher than what anyone else can reach, and he'll casually just catch it while dumping it in behind himself. For his teammates, this is one of the most secure feelings when they step on the court, because you can get to the paint like we see Harrison Barnes on this play, and honestly, he could put this up to put 2 points on the board. But he instead turns this shot into a lob over the top of the defense, and what looks like could be over the back is simply another Wemby bucket inside. Alright, now listen, I know some of you are starting to fall asleep, and that's fine and all because you're probably on the couch. But if you're on the court like PJ Washington, you can't even be a tad bit off your game, as this is when you're going to try to wake up fast after falling for that pump fake, and AD, well, just move out the way. You tell me, how many times have we seen someone his size use it in and out 30 feet away from the basket to break his defender slightly, and then with only 2 dribbles used from this point on, he goes and slams it right over a premier big in the league.
Takes and slams. It's absurd.
Honestly, it's not often. And not only can he handle it well, he can also stay patient when in triple threat position to then rip through to sell his defender on attack right, only to then spin off going back left into the paint to throw down that hammer. When it comes to attacking inside, Wemby is pretty much unstoppable. If you play him to the side like Cooper does here and hope that a help defender will be there, you're practically giving up 2 free points. With his much improved 3-point shooting, you'll see defenders lunge out to him for a contest, but now they've opened up the gates for an attack downhill, and it may look funky, but this was a gather step into a 1-2 type Euro movement that leads to an easy 2-hander. For all of us, it's truly amazing that we get to see Wemby improve his game every year, and it's huge that he can now muscle into defenders who may have some more size than him and not even be fazed by it, as he bulldozes right into AD to force his way into the paint, and the contest might as well be non-existent. Now don't let all of this ball handling fool you, because if needed, Wemby will send the ball away when he spots a mismatch, and in no time he's sealing him off to receive the pass to go score. Other times, it won't even be that he got a mismatch, but it'll be that threat of shooting the tray ball like we talked about earlier that gets his defender in the air, and if we analyze the floor on this possession, there's literally no paint protectors near the rim. And even if there was, giving Wemby this kind of head start to the basket certainly does you no good.
Wemby the catch and the finish.
Now listen, the inside game is nice and all, but when Wemby ties together that handle against AD to get stopped, you may think, okay, AD is playing solid defense. But here's where the concept of good defense, better offense comes into play, because instead of feeling discouraged, Wemby plans hard to spin back, uses that fake to get AD in the air, and then to draw the foul, he leans into him before going into the jumper, and here comes the and one.
Spinning, taking, hitting, plus the foul.
It's like this season, he came in with a point to prove. His improved handle allows him to shift directions with different moves when it seems like he may be stopped, to then end up making a shot that looks new to his diet. And I mean, let's keep it real. Not every night do we see a big do what a guard does off these screens. As you can see here, MPJ is going to come up high so he can cut off a drive from Wemby or just be ready to guard him off the screen. But Wemby, well, he had other plans in mind, as he abruptly changes directions by splitting the gap with the through the legs crossover, and now with a help defender rotating over on the backside and one defender on his hip, Wemby then snatches behind the back to go towards the paint, and although this here is a pretty solid contest from Claxton, it's just not enough to affect Wemby when he rises up over the top. Now hold on, I gotta put a break into action because I need all of y'all to subscribe. I don't be doing sponsorships that much, so this is one right here. hit that like, hit that subscribe, and drop below what you like about Wemby. Now let's get back into it. Things like this make you wonder how you can even slow him down. Because even on those times where Wemby catches to then spin away from the help of PJ Washington, he still ends up having double coverage on him when he elevates for the shot. But hey, we already know it's pure butter.
You bet. A 40-point opener.
This move here is going to be a staple in Wemby's game, as defenses will attempt to double him often. So if he can spin away from it only to have to worry about one real contest, then it makes things that much easier. Take this play versus Zion for an example. It's almost like Wemby is playing against his trainers at practice, because although Zion is a big guy, it's not like he has very long arms or anything like that. So when Victor gets into his shot, we can all see that Zion is at his elbow in this contest, so he basically might as well not even be there. As we dive deeper and deeper into his game, you start to see that there's really nothing he can't do. And for the defense, you just have to do your best at forcing him into tough situations and live with the result. Like look right here, when two 7-footers line it up and the one defending is right in front of the other, you would think at this point in the possession, Lively is going to stop Wemby from scoring. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in a new era of basketball, where even guys 7 foot plus are using step backs to swish it in right over the top. Yeah boy, this is quite ridiculous, and it doesn't stop there, because with much improved ball handling skills, he doesn't mind bringing it up the court himself, and if you aren't to pick him up, well here's the end result. The confidence, well, it's crazy. The 3-point shooting takes his offensive game to another level, and all of this is a part of making his offensive game borderline a cheat code. But that's not the end of the story, as his offense may give defenses an ill feeling, but his defense is where he gives other players nightmares. Early on, people thought that the height of Wemby would make him weaker against bigger players, but when Zion goes right into his chest on the drive here, Wemby does back up, but he still stands tall when defending, and with that length, this one just gets sent back. So for all those people that doubted or still have doubts, I need you to understand that reach beats power, and this time he deleted Zion's shot multiple times. One of the coldest things about Wemby's defense is that he truly makes offensive players think they have a bucket coming their way, as if you look at where Victor is here compared to where Thomas is on his attack, you as an offensive player will honestly believe you're about to get a bucket or get fouled at the rim. But man, oh man, are you wrong, because here's where Wemby shows you it's a different game you're playing when he's on the floor. It gets to a point where you realize that he's never out of the play no matter what. You might beat him going baseline as he tries to close out, but from behind he'll go ahead and erase the shot. And then when he has to stand in front line and be ready for what's to come his way, he'll get in the air while tracking the ball, and once again this is sent back to the ground. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're tall, because he'll either smack it away like he's spiking a volleyball, or if you think you're gonna have a layup at the rim, he'll come through smacking the glass like he has beef with the ball or something. Yeah, this is all to show you that there's levels to this thing we call rim protection, as some defenders will make guys not go up at all or go to a kick out, but with Wemby, not only will he influence shot decision, as he'll also alter shots when they go up as well. This NBA season has started with a bang, and Wemby is wasting no time showing everyone that he is one of the best in the league. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.